Evening all, how we doing? Oh, we've got a quiet start. Okay, I thought something wasn't working then. Oh, wonderful. It looks like something else is not working. That's okay, I can fix that probably. How are we all doing? Ahem. Excuse me. Ah, it's Friday. It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Yeah, mixed blessing if ever there was one. been a busy one, or at least the last few hours have been. I was like, okay, this could be a nice chill day, take it easy, stream in the evening, fine. And then I got about, I literally booted my game up this afternoon and was about to start playing for about, I made about 30 seconds into it, and Bethesda dropped a PTS update. Okay, video it is then. So, yeah. That kind of turned my afternoon around, but it's all good. We're rolling. We are going to explore Casterfell Woods today. I was going to do another thing, but it doesn't seem to want to work because, well, life is cruel and unfair like that. I might have to kick my computer. It doesn't seem to want to work. Strange that it thinks I asked its opinion. Weird. Yes, many things do not seem to be doing much right now. Atomfall's not booting properly, and other things not working properly, and I might actually be having a problem here. What is occurring? That's very annoying. You'd think I asked it to do something, you know, complicated. Wonderful. Right. In that case, I think I will have to just quickly give it a good kicking and make it work again. Which is to say, restart the damn thing, because stuff is not working at all for some reason. Because life is cruel and unfair, I seem. So, I shan't be a moment. Be right back. Oi. You know, how are we doing? I think we might actually have some life this time. If I kick my computer a little bit more. Camera's now been a pain. There we go. We're here. We're working. I can actually see things. Stuff is working. For crying out loud, that was an annoying ball ache. Everything just went, nah, not today, which it shouldn't have done, because there's no reasonable reason for it to do that. I just switched the bloody thing on and told it to do what it's supposed to do, but nonetheless, that's the way it goes. We're working now. Let's see if Atomfall actually booped, which it wouldn't do last time either. Hallelujah. How are we all doing? Evening Monkey Nuts, evening MB, evening Carl. How are you doing? What else we got hiding up there? No, that's all you. Nice. How's it going? Yeah, that guy does look ever so slightly Thames folky, doesn't he? But skinnier. Although, he might be inspired by the Thames folk, I suppose, but Bethesda would never admit to it, because mod content and all that. But interesting nonetheless. Yeah, looking forward to actually checking the content out at some point. Well, probably over the weekend, but we'll see. It depends if I've got the time for that. Right. Let's be having you. So, we're going to head into Casterfell Woods again, and we've got, amongst other things, we've got to get into the Druid's place, and we've got some castle home, and we've got... That's weirdly loud. No, it's just a loud sound, okay. Yeah, we've got some bunkers we want to explore, and loads of stuff to do, so, yeah, I think I decided I was going to check this bunker out, because it's right here. And this is where we investigated a group of Soviet infiltrators who'd holed up when the disaster took place. Druid's camp is rumoured to be over here, and the castle ruins over there. We need to get there. We need to get into the dam at some point, and there's another bunker here we need to get into to activate the radio tower. So think, excuse me, bunker, radio tower. Then we'll see what we do from there. Probably investigate over this way a bit. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's like a solid start. How's my inventory look? I've got, you want to be up there. You want to be up there. I've actually got quite a lot of stuff on me, haven't I? That's fine. We could probably make some adjustments when we get into this bunker anyway. There'll be a pneumatic tube in it, so that should help. Alright, get myself settled in. I'm falling all over the place here. Enjoying the Cal? Nice. Good to hear. It's a little railway track, yeah? This is an abandoned mine, so... Ah, cool. Nice. That was a nice little find. A bunch of stuff to indicate, go this way, there might be something there. I do like the level design in this game, I have to admit. It is good. Lots of things about the game are good, actually. Right, L10. See what happens. Remote bunker, huh? We're in a shower right inside the door. Interesting. Somebody's been kipping here. Wouldn't blame them. Themselves a Jenny. Makeshift grenade recipe. Pretty sure I already know that one. I'd take it, but my inventory's full, so we'll deal with that in a minute. There we go. Pneumatic dispatch tube. Wonderful. I will... No, hang on to that, I think. I think that's probably going to be the play. Yeah, it's off to a good start. Don't want to sell that, really. I want to sell this as well, really, but... I can't sell it if it's in storage, can I? George, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. That reminds me, before we go any further, let's... So Stream Elements wants to pull its head out of its bottom and start telling me about subs and things in a format that I can actually see. Well, it says it's fine. Of course, it's an idiot. You know. Right. See if it actually starts working now. Right then. Yes. Only one bullet, but I can certainly be happy with... Well, it's more than none, so... Happy about that, anyway. Training stimulant, first aid kit, rifle ammo, which I haven't got room for, but... yeah, happy about all of these things. Right, map. Right. Investigation, what's on here? Hearing voices, Mother Jago's tonic. Mother Jago. Two sides of the same thing. Key items, what's that? Greenhouse hut key, already checked that, so I'm not sure why it's still highlighted. Minor issues, I guess. I was going to check something. I've forgotten what it was now. Oh, skills, that was it. Right, so I was debating... there is deep pockets, there you go. For 5, you can carry more crafting supplies and ammo, which would be nice. Partly because I'm leaving stuff behind, and that makes me sad. And partly because, I mean, you can never have too much of this stuff, really. So, yeah, that might be one I go for. Quiet takedown I could do. That's actually appealing, to be honest, as well. Quiet movement. Surprise attack. Bow stuff would be nice. Not bothered about much of that. Health. Health regen. Thick skin. Thick skin's appealing. Surprise attack's tempting as well. There's a whole bunch of stuff I would like, actually. That is really... Deep Pockets is really the one I want to work towards, I think. So if I didn't know better, I'd say Slattendale, Casterfell Woods, Wyndham Village, Skithermore, and presumably Windscale Atom Plant, although that should really be somewhere else. Holding Tingy. Stranglepine, overrun, handcart, trailer, plant, a thing you can't actually put crops in. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I'm not sure what you're referring to be honest at all there, Emily. This bunker is smaller than anticipated. Yeah, not too bad, thingy. A marginally frustrating evening, to be honest, but we'll live, won't we? Ooh, max out pistol ammo, that's cool. No? Nice. Yeah. ATSMG rounds really ain't much. Should go back in and stash a few bits because I can't really carry any of this right now. Oh, maybe I'm catching up a bit now. I think I might know what you mean. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about those ghoul vines, to be honest, just because they're a bit too coloured. They look like made out of plastic. Which is not a look I'm really a fan of, to be honest, compared to everything else. Okay, so that's that done. Next job, make our way over here, I guess. We'll go that way. Does look interesting, doesn't it, Tangy? More to it than I expected, to be honest, from the look of things. A more worthwhile use of time as well. Druids, I guess. deliberating whether or not to take these guys out. Oh, well. I hope I'm going to get some decent loot off these guys, because otherwise it's going to feel like a waste of a grenade, but I think we will. A flood down here. Three arrows is definitely worth it. Hatchet, not so much. My knife is probably worth good money. Yeah, I think that went alright. Campsite. The druids apparently left the fire burning in the woods. Some freaking druids they are. Like, campfire in the woods, okay, I get it. You need to keep warm and cook things and stuff. Okay, fine. Keep an eye on it and don't let it just burn out of control. So I'm probably... So that goes up that way. So I'm going to go under and then turn left, I think. Casterfell Dam, Wyndham, and go and keep. Keeping it in a dim area helps. Yeah, I mean, it will do that, but... How you doing, Andrew? Yeah, it is quite nice, this game. Not hyper-photorealistic, but as I always say, not everything has to be. It is really quite cool. Realistic enough. Looks pretty enough. Gameplay's fun. Holy moly, that's a big hole in the ground and a bunker in it. Maybe our way into the dam, I don't know. We're not going to do that right now. We do need to get to the dam. And I bet you dollars to donuts that phone's going to ring when I get close to it. I'm playing this a lot and you still don't know what you're doing. Well... It's just life, isn't it? The trick is to imagine you're not playing a video game and that you're actually in this situation trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. What would you do and how would you approach it? That's basically how you need to approach things in the game. If you didn't have a phone, I might say. That's probably the other factor to consider. Imagine you're in the situation you don't have a phone and trying to figure out what the heck to do. Oh, then. Master plan went about as well as going skydiving without a parachute. About that well, yeah. Right from here. Nice. Right. So I'm pretty sure I need to be down there. Oh, hello, druids. Yeah. Spikes. Indicating invisible. So I want to be on the other side of the water there. Druids coming this way. That's not ideal. We'll drop back a little bit and hello, trap. Another one of them doors. So I found another one of them doors. Bloody great thing marked interchange. Nice. Just like the one we found in the Dales. So close to the village outskirts too. It's a wonder the soldiers aren't swarming around it. Close to the village outskirts. Okay, maybe they don't know. Give a rat's ass, as they know it's locked up for good. Worth go though. Outlaws scribble the map with the Jaws location. Yes. There we go. All the way down the entrance to Wyndham Village. So, yeah, the reason the sign was pointing this way to Wyndham was because it's trying to tell you to go around that way, because it's for cars.
We don't know you.
Yeah, I forgot it doesn't pause when you're reading things, does it? It's,
Someone sneaking around playing silly buggers. You are troubling.
Your Welsh accent, when you're supposed to be from the lakes, is also troubling, but, do I mention it? Well, yeah, I suppose I do quite frequently, but anyway, that's not the point. I'm allowed. I could sneak around these guys, but...
Be you a threat? Where have you gone to? I'm hurt bad. Stay looking, mate.
Oh, death by arrow to the back door.
One of ours. Death to all. Oh, God, that's bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, I gotta say. Yeah, you did probably plan to do that anyway, didn't you? Gotcha!
You asked for it.
No, I didn't actually. I was minding my own business, and then you lot came up here and started shouting at me. Yeah! Let's get some of my arrows back. Definitely need to figure out how to boost my bow damage though, because this whole 2 arrows business is not what it's about. I mean, I'll be honest, it is somewhat more logical than 2 shots from a gun, but still. Right, anyway, seems to me, let's just have a quick shufty in these buildings. I think I did, didn't I? But not really in much detail as I wanted to. Right. We do in normal life wonder what the fuck's going on. Pretty much is the way of things. It's the old statement, like, kids think adults know what they're doing. They don't realise adults are just guessing and making it up as well. And then you become an adult. Ooh, nice. And you find out the truth. Memo, 20th August 1957. Current emphasis must be on keeping the dam's hydroelectric generators in good working order. Shouldn't have to explain the fundamental importance of maintaining consistent power supply to our remaining facilities, as we cannot count on Windscale Plant in that regard. Diversion of the power supply away from the experiments in that facility comes with its own risks, and avoiding further containment breaches should be highest priority. Please ensure maintenance teams assigned to the dam fully understand the critical nature of their endeavours. Everything out Windscale power was being directed towards projects in Windscale, and everything else had to rely on hydropower from the dam. trying to cater to play the game and cater to the needs of the kiddie as well. Yes, that's generally the way of things. The cat definitely came between me and video gaming today. That's what kind of kitty she is. She is a Bengal crossed with a ragdoll. Definitely a lot more ragdoll than Bengal. She is dark brown, very nearly black furred, and very fluffy. And quite the little princess she is. In many, many ways. Front of me, slightly to my left. In there somewhere. Oh, yep, there's a big L9 there. That's what I'm looking for. There's a gate over there, but I'd rather come around this way where there's a sneaky entrance, to be honest. What is that? Oh, I don't like that. That's ferals on the outside, isn't it? See? Wish I could make traps and set up grenades and things, you know. Tripwires, stuff like that. Crap. Stay still, ye. Just long enough for me to bury a bullet in your skull. More advantage to the Lee Enfield being a single loader, like that. Load one bullet at a time. Is that if you were playing on the highest difficulty, you can reload as much as you like and it just puts one more bullet in there instead of losing what's already in the magazine. Or at least it should do that. This has gone wrong on several levels. I don't know where that guy went. Well, he ran off in that direction, didn't he? But the one thing I was thinking about, depending on what I can get, is pistols versus shotguns. Because they kind of fit in the same bracket, really, in this game. I feel like they do, anyway. Really hoping I could climb up there. So freaking cool, though. That was not cool. And the body feels a little bit wasteful at that range, but hey. Shouldn't be surprised that these old school post-World War II guns are really well modelled and the animations are good, though. Even that Rebellion are the developer of Sniper Elite. They've certainly got the practice. But the time period and stuff, setting it just after the Second World War, really fits with doing something new, but not too horrifically far outside of Rebellion's wheelhouse, which is pretty cool, or possibly a happy coincidence, depending on how you look at it. Not how these things came together for them. Evening, Noel. How's it going? That's L9. What's the rest of this facility then? Unsurprisingly, as a nod to not video gameness, all the obvious boxes around have already been looted. Full of cold. Ooh, that's rough now. Yeah, not doing too badly. That looks like... Okay. That line was the line. That's suboptimal indeed. Not happy about that at all. Poison and poison resistance buff. Okay, well I've got a load of that stored, so I might try a thing there. Yeah, the key items thing is a bit annoying. Just give us a key ring and don't highlight everything. Right. Like a cat. Atomfall was on BBC News. Yes, I did see, or rather I saw the YouTube upload of the interview. We don't get very many games set in the UK, really, so not surprising when we do get something on this scale that they would mention it. So in here, I am looking for the radio tower key card. That's it. That cat's are special. They are awesome. Well, all cats are awesome. Let's be honest, they're cats, but it's kind of the way it goes. But there's a thing, unfortunately, which apparently, allegedly, social media has a lot to answer for on this front, but got people not liking, or, you know, adoption places and the like having a hard time getting people to adopt black cats because they're not very easy to take pictures of for social media. Which is just about the shittiest scenario one can really think of, I would say. Right, I think I'm going to get stuff on the way back out, actually. There's also the superstition thing as well, but... there's at least a couple of them, aren't there? Can always fall back if I need to. Not as smooth as I would have liked, but... went okay. At least one more out here. See one over there. Oh, that's not good. I died. That sucks. To be honest, if the excuse for not adopting a cat is based on its colour at all, they should really just be banned from life outright, because it doesn't bode well for other areas of their existence either. But apparently it is a thing. How's it going this way? Yes, we don't do enough to restrict people from having pets that can't be trusted with them. I'm in trouble. Oh, I got royally effed there. Whew. How do you get rid of the emoji list? Click on the ghostly face in the chats window next to where you type. At least on PC you do. Right. So in other news, this policy is not the right one. There's one scenario where I think a shotgun might have been a better choice. But now that I think of it, I think I only have single-shot shotguns, don't I? Yeah, I do. Right. I have not found a better shotgun on this save. Whereas last time around we had double barrels, which might have been worth considering, but I've got a few explosives. Yeah, that's really not a great advertisement for doing anything in my book. But yeah, I've got a few explosives, just not a lot of them. I don't want to just constantly spam explosives on them either. That looks like poison gas up there. Let's hold off on that idea. It's ominous. I'm not landing the shots, that's the problem. Well, they either... Oh, shite. Woo! Well, I'm flashy, but I ain't dead, so Flashy can go eat a dick right now. Yeah, if I can land the shots, it staggers them enough to theoretically try and line up a follow-up, but it wasn't though going quite the way I needed it to. That could have gone worse though. A few useful bits and pieces. I think there might still be one more out there, but I'm not sure. Do feel like most of them are probably dead now, though. Right. Trying to get my hands on either a better shotgun or another pistol. So I'd like to upgrade the one I have. Yeah, somebody's back that way, I can hear them. Yeah, I'd very much like to upgrade the pistol I have. Oh, bar crate, nice. Thanks, imminent pistol ammo and painkillers. Not too bothered about the painkillers so much, but yeah, flicked a bit hard there. Building a better British future. Ooh. I need to turn on the power in order to make the ventilation system work. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if that means I've got to go through some of the gassy area in order to turn on the power, but I will hold off on doing that until I absolutely must. In terms of finding good stuff in here, though, not doing so well, really. Soft beds, home cooking. For the longest time, it felt like an idyll from a children's novel. Living in a fine house, fresh air, greenery, lake views, a log fire in the evening. After the quarantine was imposed, I told the sisters they should come with us to the bunker. Much safer here, but no, too set in the ways, I think. Prudence in particular couldn't bear the thought of change. Bill still talks about the fresh cut flowers Charity used to put out every day in the season. As I write this, I realise that I do too. The soft beds and the home cooking. Military issue cots and ration packs are hardly the same. No. All soft beds and home cooking in the world, there's not going to seem so great when you're dying. Huh. Cash in here, that's surprising. Come back for that, no doubt. Lots of busted bots and some bandages. Should be in perfectly good health, I think. Yeah. In case he survives. He did not. Whew. A little worried for a minute there. Little worried. So no shortage of scrap around, yeah. Knife, grenades. Still no sign of the key card that I came looking for though. Nor any sign of a way to redirect the power, which is also rough. Well, not convenient anyway. So there's one more hatch I can crawl through. And I'm really hoping this is where I can redirect the power from. I think, excuse me, him. A bit stuffed up apparently today. Don't know why. Congested, apparently. Interesting. There's a way across up there. Yeah. I think I need a particular piece of equipment, maybe, to redirect the power, which would mean coming back here again later. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe it does, I don't know. We will store that. Store that. Right. Should have a couple of these, I think. Yeah. So, let's pop one of these and up my rad resistance. Poison resistance, rather. There's the key card I need. Some ammo. Sorted scrap. This was not really the plan. The resistance is quite high, which is cool. Nice. I don't see as any means to redirect the ventilation or the power, so that I can redirect the ventilation. Nail bomb recipe, don't know that one, nowadays. Didn't know that one, rather. Detonates after impact, deals bleed damage. I mean, I get it. Doesn't seem that useful, though. Lots of scrap, but I've got no way of storing any, so... Oh well. Poison resistance is nearly at its end, so let's just leg it through here nice and quick. There we are. Don't mind if I do. Well. So that's a store option. That's a sell choice thing. Something I want to sell, rather. Oh, loads of stuff. I wish I could organise this better. Rather than just having it in the order you stashed it. I saw the Smithing Brit did a kill everyone run. Didn't watch it. But I did see that it was a thing. Right then. Eight skills. So, lots of stuff I could take. Deep Pockets is probably top of the list, because that's 5. And that'll leave me with 3 left over. So I could take... Draw speed is 2, that's not bad. Heart rate no longer has impact on duration. Press, it takes 6, I can't do that right now. Kill momentum. That's a melee thing. Quiet takedown. Be bad. Quiet movement would also be nice. We're doing that one anyway. Movement, kill momentum, thick skin. Quiet takedown is tempting. So is quiet movement though. Better stealth would be good. More damage to unaware enemies would also be good as well. I think these two are... But allegedly that's only for melee. This is presumably firearm stuff that I haven't found yet. Still, yeah. That's why I'm more inclined towards one of these two. So let's go and take advantage of the fact they can now carry a bunch more stuff and go and get some more bits and pieces. Plays to be a posh British person in the top hand Michael. He does. Particularly well known for his series entitled Skyrim is a perfectly balanced game with absolutely no exploits. Well, in which he proceeds to show ways in which the game is not well balanced and can be exploited. As you can probably guess. Countless different ways, and he does things like that, like kill everybody runs and weird things like that. Strange tonic. Another Jago's tonic gives infection resistance buff. Even stranger that it would be here. Knife and grenade. Grenade is also peeling. I think I may have to ditch some more stuff in storage and then come back. It's fine. Seems like North London. Well, I don't know, but I would assume he's a southerner. I think that's most things found, discovered and looted. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. There's a room over here I should stick my nose into first. Lovely. Some mouldy looking tatties. Nice. Okay, let's store that. Store that. Store one of those. That's fine for now. Right. I remember what the other thing I left on that body was, and I couldn't. It was the Kniff. Twas the Kniff. I'm wondering if I should grab another couple of bits and pieces and explore that. A couple of antibiotics, antidotes rather. You know what? I think I will. I think I will. Seeing as we're here, I'll save it first because it may be that I need to come back and turn on the power, which I think I need a signal redirector for, but I don't have one of those yet, so. I had another one of these somewhere. I did not, but what I do have is first aid kits, which will do the job for curing me anyway. do see the appeal of running around like a lunatic. We can probably infer from this that redirecting the power is a good idea. And I'm probably going to die as a result of this jaunt in here. Can't really see anything. It wasn't worth doing, so I'm going to consider this a recce. I got over the line. So I'll use that auto save and not bother with all of that because, yeah, we learned that it wasn't worth going through there. And in fact, all it does is connect me back through to this area here. Which actually it looks like it shouldn't, because it looks like it's further away than that. We need to get back to the radio tower. So going up this way would probably be the play. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Sneak, sneaky, snake, like a sneaky, sneaky snack. Right, so up this way, turn right, and take the first left. Just pretty sure that's it. This looks promising. Abandoned house here. Ooh. Wrong button. Just a slogan. Flight from the sun. Lunchbox. Jim Jetay Slogan was interplanetary pilot for the RAF. He becomes a leading member of the Solar Police, working to keep peace in Earth's space. Delta Hall Grounds. Okay, so that was the fancy house we read about, is it? Okay. Well, those folks went to the bunker because it was safer, but people were living here. So that must be the grounds. That must be the hall then. Interesting. Also hall. Iodine and antidote. It's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Thank you very much for the new sub. I cannot read that, I'm afraid, but I do appreciate. What would I like to drop in favour of taking a Molotov? Probably the knife. Molotov is a bit more useful than a knife. Well, in general, IRL, I'd take the knife over the Molotov, to be honest. I didn't already have a knife, but given their general usefulness as a tool, but there's, such things do not apply in this situation. And we're back up here.
What made that noise? Be you a threat?
That was a fucking awful accent.
Who's there? Oi. Show yourself.
Are you?
You.
Cannot feel out your intent.
Oh, hurt bad. Come off it, you're fine, pal.
Oh, you dodge!
Caught ya!
Watch out! Bloody hell!
Correcting square.
There's a couple of them down.
What the? Time to bleed. Ah, I'm bleeding.
Oof. Didn't go quite as well as I was hoping for, and none of it went the way I was hoping. I was hoping I could just poke around here without being attacked, but anyway. I am not dead, so... Guess I should just, you know, got myself lucky, really, hadn't I? Farming knife. One, two. There's definitely another one I modded somewhere, but I can't remember where. Oh yeah, I shot somebody over here and he just kind of... But that was the one. I accidentally killed this guy. Which really sucks for him. I mean, it doesn't suck any less for the two people I deliberately killed, but at least it's a little less embarrassing in the afterlife or something. Again, that actually lets you keep people. Yeah, in fact, it's kind of useful. Staggers them quite effectively. Should have shot that. Pulled out my gun and just bam. At least I'd have blown one of them up without getting into hazardous altercation. No ladder up there, okay, fine. I assume if I headshot people with a bow it's effective, but it's not as easy to do. Considerably easier to do with a pistol.
Wish we'd moved on. We should try somewhere else.
Just a close one, mate.
Close one? He's dead. That's the kind of bug that crops up in a lot of games, though, that.
You're done for.
I am done for. He swung that frickin' thing fast. Different have different attack speeds and damage amounts. Try different melee weapons to find your playstyle. Yeah, I wanted to hit him and stagger him before he could hit me, but my fast weapon did not swing very fast. Which is ironic, considering his slow weapon did swing fast. Oh. Might find your playstyle. Frickin' John Wick, I think, is going to be my playstyle. The way this is going. Just step around there and blap with a pistol and down he goes. These are some surprisingly well-made arrows.
Nice and easy now. Don't go up.
Is anyone there?
Help me!
Bloody
I'm bleeding!
Stop! What the? Oh God! I'm gonna cut you to pieces.
No, I'm going to turn you into a frickin' hedgehog. You and your pedigree chum here. Cost of 3 of my arrows anyway.
Another tower back up and running. Well done. I found bits and pieces on Oberon, Nuclear Plant, but nothing conclusive yet. I'll keep digging and let you know if I find anything more. Good luck with the final tower.
Yeah, that's going to be a way off. That one's in Skethermore, and it ain't going to be a rush up there. It's supposed to be the deadliest part of the map. Right, so I think the next play is probably going to visit the trader over here. Last guy, Kozlov, went up to a manor house in Skethermore. Yeah, the last part of that. Cool. Yeah. So I think we'll go and see the trader. And then maybe have a look around the dam. Because I think once we clear that, then we've basically done this region up here, sort of horseshoe shape over the top. Then it might be worth exploring further, because I've got nothing to send me down here, but I've got stuff this way, so maybe we'll have a look this way. See what happens. What's the best route gonna be? Allegedly, I might be able to get across there, so follow this road down, left and then right, I guess. Well, either way, right and then left would be quicker, but I've not gone left and then right. Big old burning wicker man over there. Yeah, to be fair, the stream does look rather narrow. Considering the amount of water coming out of that dam, the stream is a little bit on the small side. There's another trader's camp.
Hello, no need to panic. I mean no harm.
Interesting fellow. I think we did hear about him from somebody else. Oh, it's just a bonfire. I thought it might be burning wickerman. He doesn't look the best, does he? Billy Gorse.
Now, look, before we get to brass tacks, it might be a good idea to clear the air a bit, you know. I know I don't look, well, entirely normal.
Well, no.
I just wanted to raise it. I know it can bother folk. I mean, unless it don't trouble you at all.
Of course it does. Why should it bother me? What you are doesn't bother me at all. Should it bother me?
Well, that depends, I suppose. Depends on whether you hear a voice, like, in the soil.
Lost me. Voice and soul. What do you mean by that? I'm not mad if that's what you're implying. Enough questions. Don't kill me and we're okay. Voice and soul. What do you mean by that?
Well, I suppose that means you're not one of them. Else you wouldn't ask.
Oh, the
There's a group
druids.
of druids or summit that camp out near here. I heard they used to live on an island in the mere before it all went to cock.
Yeah.
All very civil before then, but now they all wear masks and have gone proper vicious. Not with me, mind. The eyes, you see. I think that's what does the trick. They must reckon I'm one of their lot. But I promise you, I'm not going to kill you and chew on your bones. Although I wish I hadn't said that now. Makes it sound like I might.
Does a bit. Yeah, I'm not going to stay and find out. Trust you on that. What do you intend to do
I
then?
can trade with you if you've got out to trade. I'm Billy Gorse, by the way.
How did you end up like this? Anything you tell me about these druids? Anything you tell me about the
There's
druids?
not much anyone knows about them. Not really. Just that they want to return this place to nature. Always scavenging man-made things to take back to their castle. Old cars, bits of metal, them glowy batteries. You name it. Probably offering it all up to their voice in the soil. They take people too. Don't know what they do with people. Makes you shiver just to think about it.
Yeah, they don't seem to be like as much as that Morris chap in the village was like, oh, this makes way more sense to be like one with the land and listen to the voice of the soil. It's like, now they seem a bit nuts, really. Seem at least as crazy as everybody else. So how did you end up like
To
this?
be honest, I've no bloody idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I know there's something in the earth that's been, well, infecting folk, I suppose. Most go crackers and join them other maniacs in woods. Others turn to something worse. Couldn't tell you why, but I've kept my marbles. I might
Voice
be
is
the only one
interesting.
who has.
So here's the thing. This voice, guy's voice, he uses dialects and language from the lakes in that area. So that's about right. But his accent's got hints of Liverpool to it. Like it might be a Scouse voice actor trying to do the accent. Or possibly, to take an in-universe explanation, maybe he was a Scouser when he was younger and he's still got bits of it hanging around and has moved up north and stayed. That could work. That would explain his slightly weird accent. And I feel like it kind of makes a bit more sense there. Like the excessive number of Welsh people, not so much, but this guy, I can get just about okay that, I think. Especially as there's a weird balance between the two. Kind of makes a bit of sense to me. Try to find a cure, still might turn, what then? Infected by what?
Well, no. Ain't that the nub of it? Some say it was something them boffins are making in the labs. Others say it was something that was always here. Only now it's awake. I prefer not to think on it. Proper grisly thought, isn't it?
Wouldn't go that far. You need more information before we can say it's really grisly, I think. See what you got, buddy. He's got a bow, same as everything else. Some arrows, wouldn't mind a few of those. Got a bunch of Molotovs, I suppose. Poison bombs, okay. Interesting. The crafting recipe for poison bombs. A consumable skill guide, that wouldn't be such a bad thing. Put those in there. That's alright. He's got a battery, which I might trade for, or I might not. Can always do that later. I picked up those in there in exchange for that. Leaning slightly more my way, apparently, allegedly. Shotgun shell? But you know what? I kind of want to keep those. You can have a submachine gun ammo, don't want to give him the antidote. Go from a bandage and see what happens then. Move the needle a bit further. Okay, I might hold on to that. Take that off. Fine. That's still more in his favour. Is there anything else that he's got load on? Herbs can't carry any. Well, actually, I could carry some more of those, but I don't need to buy them. Don't really want to buy the battery either, but I could. It's this I would like to buy. That lot throws it the other way too far, though. Not really interested in that, is he? I'll do for now. I still wouldn't mind the plan that he's got, but we might hold off on that.
Fair enough. Don't be a stranger. I might have something new to trade with you next time. And a word of advice. You just watch out for them druids, eh? They camp up at castle, but they're all over these woods like a rash. I've no doubt if they see you, they'll gut you like a trout. Just be wary. Stay safe out there.
So one of those are so. Right, well, that was productive. What's supposed to be a Civ 2 run? Interesting. Yeah, I've got Civ 6, and I got something else recently that I could also. Nothing interesting there, I don't think. That I could also play at some point, maybe, but. Let's see what I'm in the mood for, I guess. Blue fingers. Harvest junk spores from heavily infected sources. Interesting. Off duration. Gut health. Foods also. Ooh. That's not bad. Not really top priority, but still. So yeah, I might trade with them for some stuff, but I think we'll have a look at the dam next. Scenes are over here. They get on PC but not console. Interesting, Steve. Control scheme thing or something else? I could understand it not adapting well to controller controls. Not everything does. Like something like Baldur's Gate 3 has got. Don't need to understand the purpose to fill the purpose. Okay. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has controller support, but I can't imagine it's anything close to the best way to play the game. First time I played it was on PS1. I don't know when the first time I'd have played a Civ game was, but it was a long time ago. Looks like a druid. Find out in a minute, won't we? Yes. Got him. Went all right. One was on the Amiga. Interesting. In there. I don't think so. While that's on, I'll get zapped. Oh, gee, there's a sign for a control room here. That makes me think it. Maybe I could turn the power off. I did get slightly hit by something, didn't I? So. Deal. No, not quite that old, no. Afraid not. Heard a bit, but... remembering might be a mite too far. Substation override. Nice. This game is so fucking cool, by the way. Just feel the need to mention that. I'm finding this very, very cool experience playing this game. Incidentally... oh, I already know that. That's cool. My plan is eventually to buy this game. I'm currently playing it on Game Pass, but if the stars align and such, I will probably buy it on Steam. How do I get in here? That's what I want to know, though. Yeah, partly because I want to play the DLC, partly because I want to more proactively support the development of the game and the series, because I'm really, really enjoying it. Which, I do somewhat feel the same way about Avowed, but not as strongly. Explosive lure. Bait attached to an explosive attracts swarms and detonates shortly after pulling the pin. Oh, I see. Yeah, swarms of animals like rats or bees or what have you. Had an Atari just as the Amiga was becoming popular. Oh yeah, I found the key for this, didn't I? Oh, I'm pressing 1, not Q. I don't mind if I do. Training simulant, SMG ammo, can't carry the bandage. Dum dum dum. We've got 4 now. cutting, but I don't have enough for that. Rebel radius. Rebels deal more damage, both appealing. Don't know what to take right now as a priority. When consoles were handheld and only had one game on them, you had to buy a machine each time you wanted a new game. It's the concept I am vaguely familiar with, that.
An old lady in the woods who claims to be wise and benign. You trust too easily. She walks dark paths. I cannot always see her.
Can't say as I trust it. I sure as hell don't trust the voice on the phone. What do you know of Mother Jago?
Do not trust Mother Jago. Mother Jago is compromised.
This person is so disinclined to sharing useful information that serious alarm bells are ringing. Jinx? Who's Jinx? Yeah, a rusty terrier rifle, some tea, some rifle ammo, some string, some scrap, and send aid to Datlow Hall. Ooh. Whoever finds this note, please send aid to Datlow Hall. Lady Charity is gravely ill. For the last 2 months, ever since that explosion, she's been getting worse and worse. She needs medical attention, and poor Lady Prudence can hardly be expected to care for her alone. I can't return to Datlow in good conscience, not without securing aid first. We showed those bloody scientists nothing but hospitality, and not one of them came to check on us. If you're reading this, remember our kindness to send help. Jinx. At the bottom of is detailed a map to a manor in Casterfell Woods called Datlow Hall. So... Yep. It's convenient video game contrivance that these substations crackle with energy, but the fact that they don't IRL just makes them even more dangerous, doesn't it? I could land shots on him, but I'm sure it's the play. Oh yeah, it's a couple of druids over here, but I didn't explore the concert hut, did I? I don't think I did. So, let's look rather like... That bunker entrance we found is probably the only way into the dam. Can we sneak up and get this guy? Yes. Don't want any of his stuff, but at least he's not going to be jumping out on me. The phone's going to ring when I approach it. Really not. Doesn't sound ominous at all. So that's where the poison is placed by the bunker came out. Noises around here really don't inspire confidence, do they? L11. First, let's see what's behind door number 2. Requires a control room key. Just probably in there. Casterfell Dam data store. Interesting. There might be batteries here. Oh, fuck balls. Oh, fuck. Big scary robot. Yeah. Big scary robot. Big scary robot. Well, if I can't take one down. Well, I have quick saved, so... Those tanks on its back do look like a potential vulnerability, right? Music's funky. Ooh. Get behind it to remove battery. Okay. Oh, victory is mine! Oh! Took 2 grenades and 2 bullets. That wasn't too bad. If in panic, when in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. Not to be a bit careful, but we managed it. Ooh, yeah. It's a bard robot. I hope it doesn't start singing. Or trying to shag a dragon or something. Yeah, that's what bards are into as well. But, yeah, that went well. The grenades were not particularly effective, but or at least they didn't feel particularly effective, but, if it's results that count... He had a flamethrower and probably would have done a lot of melee damage as well from the look of that. On the plus side, glad I used grenades because otherwise I wouldn't have had anywhere to put that battery. Data interface control with a console with no power to it. Security. Look, it might be a good place to get into and or search, loot, etc. Like that would be a good thing to take as well. I'm already wearing one. Thank you very much, Emily. I was quite pleased with that. Caution and preparation is the name of the game. In this game in general. And especially when you go up against something that's bloody huge and looks like that. There's a map. There's a diagram of the robot. Which is not the same robot. That one doesn't have a flamethrower. Well, I've got to admit, searching security, I was kind of hoping I might find a little more useful stuff, but I did not. Cup of cha. Shotgun shell sounded more like it was treated like a biscuit than a shotgun shell. Those are good things to find. Kingdom for another 9mm though. 3 training stimulants, that was a good find. Takes me up to 7, nice. So, quiet movement, I'm definitely going to have that one. That's 2, so I can have both of these now, that's alright. What are you doing in the lottery? Maybe half of that battery somewhere, well in the interchange if nowhere else. Well, there was no power to that data terminal. In fact, it was labelled as having no power, suggests that power can be gotten to it. In theory. It looks like they were designing robots here. Interesting. Electrical. Well, looks like a certain place that you might find controls for power. I'm not going to go there first. I'm going to continue to search this place while it's switched off in the hope that any defences won't come online until I'm in a position to run like bloody hell for the exit. Restricted area, electronic lock. Control room, electronic lock, okay. Looks like my master plan has been defeated by the devs. What's that room? It doesn't tell me what that room is. Looks like this may also be another place I have to come back to later though. Canteen, okay, let's try that. How are you doing, Gray? Not much to be had in here, apart from rotting pheasant from the look of it, and some cans of meat. None of this is appealing, funnily enough. Well, this is consistent with British military design. I know that much. Data store has been powered down. Notice employees protect contents of the data store, powered the facility down. You need my authorization to direct power back to the control room and start it up again. Dr. Dan Garrow. Okay. So I need a damn data store keycard, which I suspect Dr. Garrow has or knows the location of. Whatever's going on in here, I can't do anything more until I find her, and she's locked up in Skithermore from what we've heard. It's fine. Look at that. Oh, them tubes and stuff in there. Valves. Why are they powering a big ass robot like that and they could be powering amplifiers? That's what I want to know. Much more appropriate use for them. Interesting punch card machine setup. We need something like this for Fallout that mounts on the wall. Well, I'll sell that stuff. Okay on all of that, and I think that's probably good to go, isn't it? I could do with another explosive, though, couldn't I? Where was the pneumatic cylinder? Oh, there it is, in the security room, isn't it? That's my idea. Very interesting. Oh. Excuse me. Something rare happened in 76. You got bit by the build bug. Interesting. What are you working on, Gray? Right. So, probably go and see a trader. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. See if I can get rid of some of my stuff and claim some of his. Then we've got a few maybe bits and pieces to do. I think heading down to the hall here is probably a good idea. We'll see what's happening there, because I think it's going to probably be a bit much to try and tackle the druid's camp and stuff.
What are you? We don't know what you intend.
Come out, so I can see you.
Why in the fuck would I want to do that? You're going to attack me if I do that.
Damn, nothing.
Drop that weapon, or I will end. I'm hurt bad.
Close one. Heretics will die. Oh, God. Whoa.
Christ! Watch
You'll
yourself,
die
mate!
for this.
We're losing people! Fight harder!
Oof. I was a little bit beaten up by them, but could be worse.
They gone. Must have spooked them.
You wish. I'd like to pull the arrows out of these people's bodies, but they seem to have fallen face down and I can't grab them. What am I doing for space? You're playing a fair bit there, Steve. Now you keep all the controls straight. I struggle. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 games on the go at the minute. Yep, Cal. Have a good night. In a sec, Steve. Stone's spent ages on a build in a while. Fair enough. Where's the one that got away? Here's the funny thing, that entrance allegedly feels like it should go to the bunker, but there was no evidence inside that that entrance existed. Slight error there. Minor oversight. I got the reference now. Stuck in the bunker from the last update. Keep starting but nothing's clicking it. As a build or something else, Steve? Opposable skeletons from the scoreboard can be put in a chair. That's quite cool. I haven't actually got far enough to get those yet, so
Came back.
I saw somebody merge one into a car. I had craft poison bombs. I do not yet. Okay. Still thinks like that's worth more than I'm giving him. Well, I don't need that either. That should lean it hard the other way. I'd like... I don't really want that, but hey, why not? It's there, isn't it? So, if I give him that, and that... Still not enough, apparently. Fine. Decisions. I don't really want to pile too much on him. Would like to buy that battery, but I don't know, man. I'd have to give him a hell of a lot of like stuff there, shotgun shells as well, maybe. Oh crap, that's got my pistol in it. I definitely don't want to give him that. No, it's not worth it.
All fair enough.
It's not worth it to me.
Stay safe out there. Okay, so let's be off in this direction, I think. Eh? I think I know what you're referencing there, but I'm not quite sure. I recognise it, but I can't remember if I've got the name right. Fireman Sam, is it? Oh, have some of that, Sonny Jim. Oh, yeah. Oh, she poison grenaded me.
Sticky bugger.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm hurt.
Jesus. Well, went some kind of way. Catch you later now. Meringue Dougals. That was fun for sure. threw 2 hatchets at that guy's head and took him down. Does feel excessive that it took 2, but... So, what do those require? Poison, glass, spores and cloth. Ooh. Not in a rush to make poison bombs either. Sometime. I'm pretty sure there would have been some crossover there, I suppose. Whether they were making new stuff that I don't, at the same time, I don't know, I suppose. But both shows were definitely on when I was growing up. It is assuming one accepts the hypothesis that I ever did such a thing as grow up. So coming down this way would be easy enough. I'd rather actually be a bit further along, I think, yeah. I see ya. So that was the more silent version of the takedown, huh? Interesting. I've got a lot of farming knives. Alright, so this is where I want to drop down. Yep. Just going out of business, living off the land. Some psychopath creeps up behind her and chokes her out. At least she's probably not dead. Just lost her farming knife. Just looking at the clothes I'm wearing, wondering if I am actually a Russian infiltrator. I'm going to go ahead and assume not, because they were very much about not telling you anything about your character, so you can kind of fill in the blanks yourself. I want to track that low hole, don't I? Which must be this here. Yeah, that looks iffy. Looks like some seriously deadly plant that's going on over there. I'm going to stay clear.
Hands away from weapons. Hey, let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence. Bloody hell!
Was that? Hey, better check it out.
Watch it! Throw it!
Yeah, tell him.
What?
Feck. Right. No fecking mercy after that shit.
Bang it away. Mind out.
Heck! Oi, heads up! You little...
Hey, who are you calling little?
Heck!
Fecking outlaws. shot that guy and he dropped his own molly and set himself on fire. Which is a nice little trick if you can do. If you can't land the headshot. Well, you don't want to try and do it in a hurry. Still a bit annoyed that I got hurt by that guy though. Also, whole grounds discovered. This long grass suggests I might want to creep around. There's a trap. There's a dead outlaw. There's another trap over there, I think. So that's easy enough. What's it attached to? That's what I want to know. Oh, I think that's going to spring up the wall at me from there, I guess. Oh, my shoulder is giving me some jip again. Eastleigh hunting shotgun. Average damage, low range, double barrel shotgun. Cool. Scientists will be back any day now. Charity, once you're done with the usual chores, would you mind getting some flowers for the table? Despite whatever's happening in the outside world, we have a duty to be gracious hosts. Scientists will be back any day now, and we can't have them seeing the house in this state. Don't stray far from the house. I'm taking a short walk down to the stream to get some air. I'll be home soon. Call for Jenks if you need something. 57, that was. That'd be about the same day as the fire, or the incident, or whatever we wish to call it. Yep, there's a whole bunch of outlaws out here. Interesting. Looks like they've surrounded the place. I'm guessing Jenks sent a bunch of set up a bunch of traps before he got deaded. We'll see about that, won't we, my pedigree chum? So I can get a shot on you, really? He seems to know the trap's there and isn't going for it. There are Triffids in this game? Yeah, there definitely are Triffids in this game. I just saw some earlier. Where the fuck did he go, eh? Well, it was a dude here a minute ago. It was all about you'll pay for this. Because I just mollied a couple of his mates. But now he's conspicuous by his absence. We found here. Page torn from a journal. We're not supposed to write anything personal, so if they start to search us, I'll have to hide these journals, but I just have to try and get my thoughts in order. Perhaps writing it down will help. What found here defies easy classification. I don't think it matters what the Yanks might think they found in Roswell. This easily trumps anything they found scattered in the desert. This could alter global balance of power, perhaps even change the course of history. It's almost too much to hold in one's head. Tomorrow a Roswell reference. That's cool. So we've got another little village of sorts just down here. And the entrance to the interchange is there, I think. Good to know about. Well, X-Files theme place. I was thinking the same thing. Relocation necessary. Hidden note folded many times. Sight and safe enemy activity increasing. Relocation necessary. Moving to secondary station in Garden Center Stella. Destroy after reading. Ah, that'll be the Russians. Oh, no you don't. Bees. What was this attached to? I don't know. Maybe he found out. A raider with alcohol on his person? Who'd have thunk it? That's a disturbingly noose-like knot up there. that I've got a better idea. No pun intended. That bush is a bit annoying there. I see. Oh, he's got a rifle, so that's good to know about. Well, now he's come back after he ran off, having seen his mates get Molotoved. Exchange seems a bit like the nuclear coal plant in Fallout 4. Not sure I follow. Ammo's worth having, if nothing else. Nearly have that up. Very nice. For a moment there, that statue made me think of the one at VTU. Looks like supposed to reactivate the nuclear coal plant. Do you mean in Nuka World somewhere? Because it's been a while since I played Nuka World, so switching my memory a little bit there. Gun oil, that's a good find. I've been loading up to shift some stuff out. Front door is now shut. There's a bandage here. Do I have any food on me? No. Hint of Dishonored. That I vaguely remember as well. There's a game I felt weird about. I think I enjoyed Dishonored. Excuse me. But I was definitely ready to be done with it when I stopped playing. Oh, rather when I finished it. I finished the first game, so... I see. So I can get in through there, huh? What are we doing for time? It's getting on. That's a rake, basically. Walk through here, check the tripwire, a second later, rake in the face. I mean... pushing on's probably not sensible, but I kind of want to do it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to find the entrance to the interchange, and we'll probably stop when we've done that. Have a shifty at the village down here a bit. And then we can do this next time, can't we? It is getting a little late. Interesting. Morris Wick. That's the shopkeeper in Wyndham Village. We told him to get the hell out of town, and because we let him off for the murder, but forced him to leave town over it, because couldn't do much else apart from turning him into the soldiers, which would have been deserved, but in some ways worse. And we find him dead in the woods, with no particular evidence as to how. Outlaws, I guess, because there were outlaws around here. And he was with the druids, sort of. So that's what happens if you send Morris Wick on his merry way. Ah, interesting. Dust coming off the ladder is a bit weird, but... Interchange. Couple of them there. Three of them, that's not ideal.
Oh God! Crime horde! Keep your head in the water. Empty. Reloading.
I don't know if that guy's still alive or not.
Take this. Can't see him. Let's see what's going on. I'm firing.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Loading ammo.
Yeah, he got me through the... Okay. Didn't expect to find bad guys in here. Oh, that nearly went particularly poorly. Remington 12 gauge shotgun. That's the single shot, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Yes, it is. That one had Billy Enfield. I'll have a look in there in a minute. Oberon, Central Processor, Data Store Alpha, Medical. Training stem, pistol ammo. Look at these there. No regrets, anyway. Doesn't say interchange anywhere on this, does it? No. It does if you can get through that door, but nobody could, so it's a bit of an error there. Interesting noise coming in over the radio. Alrighty then, pretty sure. I'd like to store. Store that. Store that for now. I'd like to grab a bandage out, I think.
Access denied. Unauthorized. Access granted. The interchange.
Nice. Now this is the end that connects to Wind Village that we've been to before. Yeah. Nothing really new there. But we've got the door open and now it can connect to various places by the interchange. Which is probably going to be a bit safer than travelling via the sewers if I can do something about the turrets at the other end anyway. Very cool. Oof. Should have thought actually, which might be maybe too late to do anything about this now, but we'll do it anyway. Right. Thinking is I probably have enough shotguns to make sure that if I want to, subsequently I'll be able to upgrade the single shot shotgun to its highest tier. I don't think I will want to, but if I do later, 1, 2, yeah. So I don't think I'm going to want to do this, but I'll have them tucked away if I do later. I think the revolver is more likely to get upgraded than shotgun is, but still haven't found me another 1911 or whatever pistol I'm using. That should probably be the British service equivalent at the time. Semi-automatic high-capacity pistol. Whether 1911 is in metric. Well, we're that weird halfway hybrid house thing, aren't we, though? So, especially the further back you go, the less metric things get, so... In 1952 and before, maybe something else was the... Maybe it was the Imperial thing. After all, whose empire do you suppose it was? From the Stone Age, yeah, exactly. Village outskirts. God knows, everything about Imperial is bloody weird. It's one of the reasons it's not particularly popular these days. One of the reasons. Interesting looking tower that may or may not get me shot at.
Let's not have any trouble. Keep the peace, Civvy.
Wasn't expecting to see soldiers around there, but especially not with outlaws so close by.
Boundary wall, institutional green, and call this whole country a lunatic asylum.
Excellent, no one, buddy. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely easier to manage for sure, I suppose. Used for measuring wool. Yeah, that makes sense. It was, particularly in the Middle Ages, our biggest export. One of the reasons London grew to be as big as it was off the export of wool. Or is, rather. Right, you little shitbag. Bushels. I'm guessing bushel had some more to do with sort of bunched, possibly packed in wool or something like that. You know, it was packed for transport or something else. Something that was packed for transport in that kind of a way. Yeah, there's Wyndham. Interesting. Water's a bit too blue, even with the sky being blue, the lakes. Okay, don't go there, you'll get shot. That's a fairly clear message. Now through the road, because this leads up to the manor. Ah! $35.2 kilos. Mass is a weird choice. Volume would make more sense, given the time period. Be easy to measure. And probably be of greater relevance. Right then. Well. That was a productive little session. We got through a chunk of the map and explored a few bunkers and things. Did the radio tower. We've got a mansion and some druids to deal with next. Yeah. So. Let's do that. Oh. Who is this? Well, quite. You need a tip, Gray. Don't eat yellow snow. Yeah, I'm quite happy about that. Not so happy about waiting till Thursday to play again. I'm really enjoying this game, but yeah, we'll see how we do. Yeah, good bit of progress through Casterfell Woods. We'll head to into the mansion and possibly even on to visit the druids afterwards. Be interesting to see what's happening out there. Is there any rhyme or reason to how the location of the camp module relates to where you're spawning when you fast travel to a camp? Yes, there is, Gray. So, essentially, you will almost always spawn in the northeast corner of the build area. So the big circle limit of the build zone, that is usually where you'll spawn in the northeast corner. There are some exceptions occasionally, depending on what's going on and the lay of the land and the exact positioning of the camp unit at the time you place the camp. But generally speaking, that is the reliable scenario. The only other thing is, when you arrive via fast travel, you will arrive in that northeast corner, but facing the same direction you were when the camp unit was placed down. And I think it applies to anybody else who comes to the camp as well. So if you are facing north when you place the camp unit down, you will fast travel in on the northeast corner facing north, which will put the camp over your left shoulder. And if you're facing northeast, obviously the camp will be behind you. So what I try and do is work out exactly where I want the camp unit and then face southwest, so that even if I'm going to be coming in behind the camp, which is usually the case because I want sunlight on the front of my camp for taking pictures with, so my camps usually face south-ish, so I usually come in behind them when I fast travel. So yeah, I always try and face southwest, so that when I actually place the camp unit, that is, so that when I do fast travel in, I'm at least looking at the camp, even if I'm behind it. So it makes it easy to figure out where I need to go. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Which I didn't realise for ages. I don't think it made much difference, but yeah, you're always on that northeast corner. It is weird, but it's useful to know. It's also useful to know when it comes to making sure people don't spawn underneath foundations and stuff when they fast travel in. Although that does tend to happen more likely when camps are in weird places, so there is that. Yeah. So, plan for next week is, unless anything changes, video tomorrow, which will probably be a news video now, was going to be a best builds one, but the PTS is now live, so we've got the fishing update to cover. Or rather, I covered the fishing update today. There's the technical perks and other things that are changing in the update side of things to do in a separate video, because it's a long old list, and my video on the fishing stuff was nearly 20 minutes anyway on its own, so yeah. That's coming tomorrow. Second part of the PTS patch notes thing. Then next week I'll do a best builds video, and Monday, Tuesday will be Avowed, Wednesday Fallout, Thursday, Friday Atomfall. Unless something changes in between now and then. We're still wondering what the hell may or may not happen with announcements relating to Oblivion because of rumours and rumours and rumours, which I don't know. There's a lot of them coming out, which excuse me, a lot of rumours coming out lately, which they're all sort of more or less aligning, so that makes me think that there may be a bit of truth to it, so we'll see. Which doesn't have the replayability it deserves, Dishonored. Yeah, I know what you mean, Steve, that's definitely true. I keep thinking, I should play Dishonored 2 at some point, because I did enjoy playing Dishonored 1, but not as much as I wanted to. But yeah, I haven't played it. I've never really kind of gone, yeah, that's what I want to do yet. It's like, maybe I should, but not right now. So eventually we will. But yeah, that's where we are at the minute for the plans next week. Yeah, big open question mark as to whether or not anything might change, but we'll see what happens. If it does, getting through both Avowed and Atomfall will be challenging, especially if the rumour about Oblivion remake shadow dropping is true. Could you imagine if it shadow drops in the middle of next week? I'll be like, how am I going to do all of this? I would probably bump Oblivion up the list a bit, play the first couple of sessions of that, maybe push whatever. In all likelihood Atomfall, because when it would likely drop a little further back, probably to the weekend. Try and get, or maybe back a bit further than that, try and get probably Avowed finished as fast as possible. I don't know, I'm close to the end of really. Because Atomfall's not supposed to be that long. We've got Whole of Skethermore to look at, which will be extensive, so I don't know. Really don't know how long I've got on either one. It's going to be a challenge, I know that though. So, I don't know, maybe I'll think about playing an additional session of Avowed or something. Because either way, we're not too far away from South of Midnight launching either, which I believe is next week. I think, and I'd like to play that too. Have a look. Where are you? South of Midnight, 8th of April, yeah, 4 days. Tuesday. So, won't be playing that when it launches, although it's on Game Pass, so I'll be playing it soon after. Definitely do want to play that, it looks very, very interesting. So, shoehorning that in is a whole thing. If I end up finishing one of these games a little bit faster, I can always jump onto that if an Oblivion remake does not emerge. We'll see. But yeah, it's makes planning things a little bit more difficult in this scenario. Especially if they do... The shadow drop idea in particular is one that makes it a little bit more complicated to deal with. We'll see. Yeah, anyway, folks, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had a good one. Hope you enjoyed. We'll dive back in next week, I think. So, you know where the buttons are if you haven't already. Likes and subs and notification bell and channel memberships if you want to support the channel. We've got social media links in the description. Yeah, do check out the video on the fishing update. I'll do a follow-up on that probably next week as well. If I've got a little time to actually look at how fishing works and stuff on the PTS. Because, yeah, that's it looks to be potentially quite interesting. So... definitely worth having a look at that video. And yeah, as I say, tomorrow should have a follow-up looking at the technical side of the update, the changes to perks and things like that, and combat and things. So yeah, lots occurring. So yeah, notification bell. But for now, thank you for hanging out. Have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Have a good weekend, in fact. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on Monday for... Avowed, if nothing changes. So, till then, I'll see you next time. No, folks. See ya.